sports fans, and welcome to another episode of our Moose franchise. So we're currently 4-0. We are taking on Sawteeth today. They're 1-4. And before we start, and I forget, we're going to bump the ego up to 52 as we've won all 4 games. So we've gone from 40 now up to 52. We go up 3 for a win, down 2 for a loss. But I don't really think we've got anything to do before. Oh, actually, now I just thought of something. I would like to see if we can find a better backup first baseman. Doesn't have to be great, but when you look at our team, how do you get to our team? Oh, here we go, my team. We got Roman Rhodes. I mean, he's okay. He's more of a catcher than a first baseman. And then you look at other first basemen. Lino Martinez is the only other guy. He's 34, and he's the second worst player on our team behind Felix Farmhand, but Farmhand is at least young and has potential, whereas I don't really think Lino Martinez is getting any better than this. I think he's only going to regress from this point. So I'm going to look for a potential first baseman. They don't have to be great, but I'm just going to filter it by position, and let's see. Oh. So let's see. This catcher, we've already got a catcher who can play first base, so I'm not quite looking for that. I'd also like to try to keep it on the cheaper side. We've got about $5.8 million to spend, so something not super expensive would be nice. So I'll look through these, and then if I find a player that could be interesting, I will stop and talk about it. Alright, so I found a player who's really good. I mean, 26 years old, B+, good stats, good in the field, very good at the plate, good contact, good power, good speed. Leona Francis. The only problem is we are $300,000 short of making the transaction and swapping her for Lino Martinez. So we might make another move, but I'm not completely sure. Another thing I might do is I think I'm just going to continue to look for potential cheaper options who can also still be good. And also, I'm not looking for a starting first baseman. No, Prairie Quaker's not that great. So maybe I am looking for a starting first baseman, but I'm not looking for someone who's amazing, just someone who can be a good first baseman for us. Alright, so I found 2 more potential first basemen. The first one is Kingsley Jones. He's a B-rated player, can only play first base, but then we don't really need someone else who's super versatile because we've got a lot of players who can play several different positions. But 21 years old, good stats for now. I mean, already. 59 power, 73 contact, 71 speed, great in the field, and he doesn't need a great arm because he's a first baseman. So that is a very interesting player. And the other first baseman is Crispy Nornowest. He is a 24-year-old first baseman, bats and throws left-handed. And a very similar player, both are in these similar price ranges as well. And I think we're going to go ahead and make this move. It's going to be Kingsley Jones, just because I think he's the better overall player right now. I mean, both are... Actually, Jones is the better rated player. Nornowest a B-. So I think we're going to take Kingsley Jones. He's younger, even though 3 years isn't a huge difference when you're looking at 21 and 24. And he's the better fielder, whereas the other guy's got the better arm. So I think this is what we're going to make. And it is going to be Lino Martinez. I just scrolled past him. This is going to be the transaction we make. Lino Martinez will be released for Kingsley Jones, and he has a chance to become our starting first baseman. I mean, you compare these players, the only thing Lino Martinez is better at is his fielding and arm. So I think we're going to make this transaction. The only thing is our extra budget. We're only going to have $1.9 million after, which isn't great because then that's going to mean our player development funds go up a lot slower. But that is going to be the move we make. Kingsley Jones is now on the team. So, now how does that impact our lineup? I'm not completely sure. Because Prairie Quaker, right now he's tense. And if you were to look at these guys, actually no, let me go to the roster just so we can compare them. But, oh, they're right next to each other. Quaker the better power, but Jones better for everything else except arm. So, definitely an interesting player. Quaker also 31 years old. So I think Kingsley Jones might become our new starting first baseman. And we will definitely have him in the lineup because Prairie Quaker is tense. So Kingsley Jones, welcome to the lineup. He's going to play his first game, and he's pretty good. I think we're going to bat him 7th, just behind Rock Casey. Now, is this stamina full for Cannon? It's hard to tell. Yeah, that seems like a full stamina bar, if you ask me. And when you look at Carl Tolbert, hasn't pitched in any of her past 3 games, that's stamina's just about the same. So it's going to be a 4-man rotation. Could have went with a 5-man rotation, because right now all 4 guys in our rotation are right-handed pitchers, and the 5th player would have been Cutstiff, who's a lefty. But this is what it's going to look like today. The lineup against Sawteeth, who is 1-4, even though I feel like they've got a pretty good team. But we will play ball and hope to get our 5th straight win and 5th win in a row to start the season. Alright, so here is Slash Trips to lead it off for Sawteeth. And I'm actually pretty familiar with their team because when I first started playing Super Mega Baseball in Super Mega Baseball 2, they were my team before I switched over to Moose. So I am fairly familiar with this team. And first batter grounds out to our new first baseman, Kingsley Jones. So here is Maddie Batts, our center fielder. Nice change up there. Cutter in on the hands. It's popped up foul and out of play. Quick 2 strikes. And that is grounded to second. Casey is there. And 2 outs here to start the inning. Here is Lester Bronco playing right field for them. Backdoor cutter to start him off. Oh, don't love that. It's a little low. Swings through it. That one's fouled off as well. Changeup is taken for ball 1. That's taken for ball 2. And the fastball is fouled off. We try back foot slider here. Not too far out of the zone. It's going to take that and the count runs full. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. That's right down the middle. Strike 3, 100, blows it right by him. Let's go. Great start for us. And here is Hieronymus Jackson to lead off the bottom of the first. Wow, that was a good one to hit. Just swung right through it. That's a tapper to second. And there is the out. So here is Nacho Crisp, walked in to start the year. 4 home runs in 4 games. Batting .556. There's a strike. Nice pitch there. Just drops in the zone. Don't know why I'm swinging at that. So 1-2 here is put on the ground to short. And there's out number 2. And here is Rip Dingers. His power is going to be about 107, maybe a little higher because he's walked in. Batting .733 with 2 home runs, including a 502-foot bomb last game. That's ball 2, like the call right there. That one is ripped into center field. That's going to get to the wall. And Rip Dingers is going to hopefully end up at second base. He's not very fast, but he will end up at second. With the game's first hit is a 2-out double in the bottom of the first. So here is Buck Swiner. He is also walked in. I should have paid attention to the lefties we've got in our lineup. Oh, that is into right. I don't think that's deep enough, but it's very high and carrying. It's like he's going to call it on the warning track. No, that's gone! Let's go. Buck Swiner just over the wall. A towering fly ball that ends up 376 feet over the right center field wall, and it is a 2-0 game. Something I've noticed in this stadium particularly, the ball carries a lot. That's through for a base hit, but like several times last game, the ball just carried. And then that home run right there, the ball just kept on carrying. So, I wonder if this stadium is at like a higher elevation or something like that, because the ball carries a lot here. But here's Rock Casey. Takes high strike for strike 1. 1-1 is the count. There's strike 2. Just a good pitch there from Fibulo. It's inside. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. That is destroyed into center. Deepest part of the ballpark. That is also gone. A contact swing home run from Rock Casey. That one went a far way. 463 on a contact swing. Rock Casey's first home run of the season, third RBI. Is a long home run. And here is Kingsley Jones. He's going to foul one off. And he's going to end up tapping one to second. We have a great first inning. 2 home runs, 4 hits, 4 runs. And we take the 4-0 lead heading to the second inning. There's strike 1 to Johnny Bags. Cannon's been unbelievable so far. Oh, don't love that. He's able to hold up. Checks the swing. That is fouled off. High fastball is taken for strike 3. I did not think that was going to be a called strike. But I love the call from the umpire. Oh, I don't like that. It's taken for a strike. Okay, I like it. It's fouled off. And that is fouled off again. They've been able to make contact on a lot of these 2-strike pitches. Strike 3, not able to make contact on that one. Way in front of the changeup. Contact against righties. That's going to be plus 10 contact for their left fielder, Kathy Cul-de-sac. That is fouled off. Don't love that. It's taken for ball 2. There's strike 2. Nice pitch there from Cannon. Grounded. Oh, wow, what a stop by Rock Casey. Gets to his feet. Throws to first. What a play there. That was hit hard, and I thought that was getting through for a base hit. Nice diving stop by Rock Casey. Keeps that in the infield. And keeps Sawteeth out of the hit column. As Tremendo grounds the first pitch of the inning right back up the middle. For a leadoff single. And here is catcher Pedro Nixon. Wow, that was destroyed. Way out of here. That one's long gone. Second deck. That's probably 475 plus. 459. Okay, well, I thought that was a little further. Another absolute bomb. Pedro Nixon's second home run of the year, and it is now 6-0. There's a strike to Hieronymus Jackson. And he pops one up foul. The 0-2 is upstairs for ball 1. Alright, there's a grounder to second. And Jackson is now 0 for 2. Fabulo is rattled. As you see, his junk is blinking, which means it's really low. And everything else is well below his usual stats. So here's Nacho Crisp, takes ball 1, and rips second pitch foul. Wow, almost took Fabulo's head off with that one. And Nacho Crisp has a hard single. And we got a pitching change already. It is Libby Doe. And her accuracy is probably under 10. And that's why Nacho Crisp ends up at second after, I think that's going to be ruled a pass ball. That's below the zone. 2-0 here to Rip Dingers. 3-0 to Rip Dingers. Well inside ball 4. Just did not want anything to do with the power hitting third baseman. So here's Buck Swanner, homered in the first inning. Takes inside for ball 1. 5 straight balls from Libby Doe. And that one is into right. Carrying. Going to end up on the warning track. Lester Bronco makes the catch there. Hit to about the exact same spot. Just got under this one the slightest bit more. And they hit Irene fast on the first pitch. And we got a pitching change already. Doc Simpleman comes in. Got off to a good start in the season. 6 strikeouts, is not allowed a walk or a hit. There's a strike from Simpleman. He is durable. That means reduced chance from injury and during play and slower fitness decay from being overplayed. But he has minus 12 accuracy in an OO count. Casey into right center. That is going to find the glove of their right fielder, Lester Bronco. But we add 2 more runs in the inning, thanks to another home run by, I forget who it was. Oh, Pedro Nixon. And it is now 6-0. Into left, Buck Swiner is there, and he'll put it away for out number 1. Swing and a miss from Junior Young Sr. there. Batting .660. 7 to start the season. Fouls that one off. Curveball is taken. Fastball up the top of the zone. Swung on and missed. They cannot catch up to the high fastball. Ball outside. (2-0) after the cutter misses away as well. 100. This fastball has been insane so far. That is through a line drive right. I thought that was on the ground for a second, which is why I said that's through. That is not. And there, we have a perfect game going through 3 innings so far. Perfect through 3 for Cannon to start. And here is Kingsley Jones for his second at-bat of the season. The new free agent edition. Takes 2 pitches for balls. And grounds one up the middle for his first hit as a Moose player. And now he has pretty good speed on the bases, so I would definitely consider stealing with him. As Tremendo grounds one right to short, onto first, he's safe. So runner on first, 1 out for Pedro Nixon, who's going to hit one in the air to left. That is deep, and that one is gone as well. 2 home runs and 2 at-bats for Pedro Nixon. This one not quite as far, but still a good home run. 436 into the left field seats. 3rd home run of the season, 11th RBI of the season, 2nd home run of the game, and his 4th RBI of the day. So here is Hieronymus Jackson. Takes a strike on the upper portion of the zone. Was well inside. 1-1 is the count. And that one is popped up foul and out of play. That's outside as well. 2-2 here to Hieronymus Jackson, our designated hitter. That's downstairs. 3-2. And that's outside for ball 4. So here is Nacho Crisp. Takes upstairs for ball 1. Takes downstairs for ball 2. 2-0 here to Nacho Crisp is a nice pitch up and away for strike 1. That is 3-1 after that one misses outside. Like that one, just a little too early on it. And that's ball 4. So back-to-back walks. To open it, no, not to open up the inning, but back-to-back walks after the home run. There's an outside strike. Got a lot of things active. Durable, obviously that's always active. Rip Dingers plus 10 power against lefties. And also low pitch. That one's low, but too low. And the 1-1 here to Rip Dingers is in there for strike 2. It's outside. 2-2. Rip Dingers rips one into center, but right at the center fielder, Matty Batts. And there's out number 2. So here's Buck Swiner with 2 outs in the 3rd. That was a good one to hit, just fouled off. That was not a good one to hit. There's a grounder. That's through for a base hit. Soft ground ball is going to have a send Hieronymus Jackson home, and he is safe. Nacho Crisp advances to 3rd as well. It is 9-0 here in the bottom of the 3rd. That is grounded right to DP Turner. And there is out number 3. But it is 9-0 after 3 innings. There's a strike from Cannon. He is locked in. There is a pop-up into shallow left field. Nacho Crisp is going to make that play for out number 1. Probably should have let Buck Swiner take that. He had the better angle. But it is an out anyway. Just missed. 2-0 here to Matty Bats. Fouls that one off. And the 2-1 is in the air to center. Very high. Tremendo is there. And he puts it away for out number 2. And here is Lester Bronco. Takes strike 1 on the bottom part of the zone. Fouls off the second pitch to make a quick 0-2 hole. He isn't a tough out, as he's going to take that one. And he's going to take that one as well. 2-2 here, 2 outs. In the top of the 4th, we lead 9-0. Strike 3! Another high fastball strikeout. 100 at the top of the zone seems to be the pitch for Cannon today. That is, wow, that almost took the pitcher's head off as well. Simpleman now tense. And that is in the air to center. That's going to get caught by their center fielder, Matty Bats. For out number 1 here in the bottom of the 4th. Got another pitching change. That is Brick Towers. And that is outside and low for ball 1. Probably just low. Because that curved in just like that. But that one's upstairs. Well, I thought that was going to be a strike. Tremendo in the air to center. That's going to get... Oh, that's caught. Wow, I thought that was going to go way over the head. But we are able to get back. And we are safe at first with Rock Casey. So here's Nixon. Got 2 home runs and 2 at-bats. Takes strike 1. A nasty slider from Brick Towers. There's ball 1. And that is a grounder to third. On to first, there's out number 3. So here is Johnny Baggs. Rip Dingers makes that catch for the first out here in the 5th. There's a strike 100 on the bottom part of the zone this time. There's strike 2. Gonna go back to the high heat upstairs. Fouled off. Change the eye level down. Fouled off again. Just able to take that. Popped up. Rip Dingers. Can he get over there? He's very slow, but that's out of play. I also took a terrible path to that foul ball. Fouled off. And the count remains 1-2. A long at-bat here. Which ends up with a ground out to second. And here is their left fielder, Kathy Cul-de-sac. Fouls off pitch number 1. Strike 2, way out in front. Fooled on the changeup. That is grounded. Nacho Crisp is there. And we are through 5 innings perfect. 15 up, 15 down for Cannon. Over halfway there. Oh wow, that was an outside strike. And that one's inside for ball 1. On the ground, wow, what a stop by D.P. Turner. He's a dive wizard and he showed it on that one. Nacho Crisp, that one not able to be a diving stop by D.P. Turner as it gets past him. For another single for Nacho Crisp. And here is Rip Dingers. That was a good one to hit. A curveball drops in there for a strike. And same idea there, but that one not a good one to hit. And that is ball 1. Upstairs. Dingers just fouls that one off. Stealing with Nacho Crisp. That is outside. throw down to second is in time, and Nacho Crisp is caught stealing. Another foul ball by Rip Dingers. And he puts it on the ground to second. DP Turner has it, and there is out number 3. So here is DP Turner. He made two nice plays one really nice play in the field on that previous inning. Tremendo. Ah, dang it. There's their first hit. If that was up a little bit higher, Tremendo's got a chance to get there. That's their first base runner. DP Turner breaks up the perfect game as the first batter of the 6th inning. There's strike 2. Strike 3. Cannon has been unbelievable so far. He's walked in. And there's their second hit, as there's a single into right. That's fouled off. Strike 2. And curveball. Oh, I don't love that. Ground at the first. Second for 1. Back onto first. Double play. Able to get there in time before these speedy slash trips. Grounds into a double play. And there is ball 1. There's strike 1. Nice pitch there. Fouled off. He really likes his high slider. Dropping in for strikes. And that one is a missed diving stop. And Buck Swanner has himself what I think is going to be called a single. It is. So here's Irene Fast. That's in there for a strike. There's outside for ball 1. Outside ball 2. Towers has an elite slider, but really, really likes to throw it. There's strike 2. Slider again. Strike 3. That was a nasty slider. Like, how am I even supposed to make contact with that? So here is Rock Casey. Hit his first home run of the season earlier. Takes downstairs for ball 1. It's downstairs for ball 2. The 2-0 is grounded hard to the shortstop onto first, double play. Inside for ball 1. 98. Fastball has lost a few miles an hour there. That one in the air to center. Tremendo calls for it and has the out. Diving stop by Rock Casey. And there's out number 2. Second baseman had some nice diving stops this game. There's a strike. Nasty slider. What a blooper into center. Tremendo is going to get there. Nice catch by Tremendo there. And here is Grease Veterano. I always say his name wrong. He's a starter reliever. Sawteeth looking to get some length out of him. And Jones grounds one to the third baseman. Nutmeg. On slash trips at first base. There is out number 1 in the 7th. That one shot right back up the middle by Tremendo on the first pitch. And he's got himself another base hit. Here's Pedro Nixon. That is inside for ball 1. That is rounded foul down the first base line. Another ball grounded foul on the first base line. And there is strike 3. Nasty slider. So here is Tremendo with 2 outs in the 7th. Way too early on that one. He already doesn't throw that hard, so you really got to be patient. That one I'm patient on and ripped into center field. And we'll stay at third. Probably could have made it home, but I didn't want to. I don't want to risk it, but I mean, we're already up 9 runs. That is downstairs for ball 1. There's a nice backdoor breaking ball. That one's upstairs. 2-1 here to Nacho Crisp. That is into right field. Oh, he's got a noodle arm. So I should have went. I didn't realize that. Although we don't have very good speed. They put their closer in. That doesn't really make sense. He's a rally stopper. But, I mean, they're down by 10. There's ball 2. 2-0 here to Rip Dingers. There's strike 1. Strike 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 2 runners on. And that is grounded for a base hit. It is now 11-0. Maximo Primo unable to stop the rally, at least for now, as Rip Dingers has us our 11th run. And Buck Swiner is going to help that. He's going to get a bases clearing double, at least. Yeah, it's going to be a double. Yeah, maybe, probably should have and could have went triple. But I keep forgetting these guys have noodle arms. That should be a triple right there. But a bases clearing double. It is now 13-0 in the bottom of the 7th inning. That's fouled off. There's low for ball 1. 1-1 is the count. That's low. 2-1. Inside 3-1. There's a strike. Nice pitch there. That's popped up in to right center. Matty Beth, center fielder, calls for it. And there is out number 3. So we head to the 8th inning. It is 13-0. Only 74 pitches for Cannon. Going to keep her in. Hope to try to get the complete game shutout. There's a grounder to Nacho Crisp. And there is 1 out in the 8th. There's strike 1. The pitch speed has definitely gone down a little bit. Or velocity, I guess I should say. But I mean, kind of what you'd expect. That's fouled off. It's fouled off as well. Backdoor slider, or back foot slider, my bad. Is grounded to third. Rip Dingers has it across the diamond, front number 3. So here is Rock Casey. Hits that hard over the leaping try of the shortstop, and that is going to be a double for Rock Casey to open up the bottom of the 8th inning. Maximo Primo is now tense as his mojo goes down. Jones takes ball strike 1 on the lower portion of the zone. 1 for 4 in his Moose debut. Hits 1 in the air to center. Fairly deep, but that's caught as he hit it to the deepest part of the ballpark. Here is Tremendo. He's had a nice game so far. That is grounded to first. And there is out number 2 as the runner advances to third. And here is Pedro Nixon. It's outside and low for ball 1. It's outside for ball 2. Because they don't want to pitch to him after his 2 home runs. That is ball 3. That was a decent one to hit. And there's ball 4. Looks frustrated with the walk. You could put positioned players into pitch? That is the coolest thing. John Renero, their shortstop, is now in at pitcher. Wow, I didn't realize Big Hack was plus 40 power. That's a lot. And there is our 14th run. I know Big Hack is for their pitcher, John Renero, but just something to note. Here is Nacho Crisp. Takes outside for ball 1. That was hard for a positioned player. Again, definitely should have sent him home there. But Renero throws a fastball and a forkball. 85 miles an hour? Not terrible. Dingers grounds it foul. 1-1 is the count. It's fouled off again. 1-2, 2 outs, bases loaded. inside 2-2. 3-2. That was a very risky one to take. That is grounded to short. And on to first, there is the out. So here is Junior Young Sr. Going to keep in Cannon. I mean, he's thrown about 80 pitches. Has a shutout going. Why take her out now? And we're up 14-0 as well. She's also on fire, so there's no reason to take her out. Oh, I almost just overran that. There is an out. 2 gone here in the 9th. Uh-oh, I don't like that. That's going to get all the way to the wall. First real mistake I've made today. There's a strike. 98 from Cannon in the 9th inning. That's fouled off. How fast can you hit? 99. Still. Let's try that. Wow! That was impressive. 99 outside corner, swing and a miss, strike 3 for the win. But we win a dominant game, 14-0. And I mean, if it wasn't for that one pitch to slash trips and those other 2 hits in the 6th inning, could have had a perfect game. But we end up with a great game, win 14-0. Cannon goes 9 innings, 3 hits, 7 strikeouts, picks up the win. And Saltteeth used about every pitcher they have, plus position players. And no one went more than 2 2/3. But we got the win, a dominant win, and we improved to 5-0 on the season. And let's see if we've got any manager moments. Okay, here we go. You didn't order enough muscle rub for the team. Who gets left out? I mean, really? It's Klaus the Game, our closer, or Kingsley Jones, who just made the team. Let's go Kingsley Jones, just because he's very new to the team, even though that's going to take his loyalty down to 65. And we've got another manager moment. You're invited to an all-inclusive vacation. No, you should expect it's propaganda to join a new cult. Who do you bring as your +1? That's Buck Swiner. I could care less about Fred Bobbitt. And another one. You need to choose one player who will be the cover athlete for Champs Weekly. Who's it going to be? Oh, this is tough. Carla Tolbert's loyalty is already only 62, so I'm going to choose her. Although I would consider Felix Farmhand because he's only 19 years old. So, simulating the CPU games. We are the Freebooters still undefeated at 6-0. And there is no winless teams, but we lead our Mega Division at 5-0. And we play the Sawteeth again next game. Interesting. Yeah, we play them again. And the Freebooters, we play game number 11. So, that could be, they were the undefeated team, right? Yeah. That could be a potentially really interesting game. But yeah, we're now 5-0 on the season. Let's see if there's anything new. But we only got 59,375 training funds because it is now a lot lower. Our budget is a lot lower. We got a new player development, bear wrestling. Okay, that's very interesting. Sounds pretty risky. A new training opportunity is available for Kingsley Jones, +2 power, +2 speed, and a chance of more +4 power and speed. The tanning salon is available for Buck Swiner. That can get him +1 speed, fielding, and arm, and a 25% chance of +3 speed and fielding, plus a 15% chance to gain cannon arm. That seems actually pretty decent. This is the weirdest thing. Rock Case using a tennis racket as a bat, and his contact goes up 5. He is now an A-. Wow. We'll have to see it Rock Casey, and he's only 21 years old as well. Cannon's gotten a little too confident over their pitching skills, and Junk's gone down too. I mean, I think the confidence is deserved after throwing a 3-hit shutout. Let's see, any player development that we should do. Skydiving for Charlie Best, We can't even afford that. Chances that both these things get removed, but I don't want either of them. And then these ones on the bottom. I don't think we're going to do this because Hieronymus Jackson doesn't do the field. And I'm going to do one of these. It seems both are very interesting. Might be able to do both of them. No, I don't think we will be. But both will remain for at least extra games. So it could be Kingsley Jones. Let's see. His power would get up to 61, and his speed would get up to 73. And then Buck Swiner, +1 speed would get him to 67, 83 fielding, 72 arm. Let's go with getting it for Kingsley Jones, and hopefully he doesn't hurt himself by wrestling that bear. He gets +2 power. He does not get +4 power, and he, again, does, well, that was not great, but does not get +4 speed. So, actually, before I end this video, why don't we check out some league leaders through 5 games. Batting, we've got a lot of our players on there. Rip Dingers, batting .650. Nacho Crisp, .609. Buck Swiner, .550. Irene Fast, .476. And Pedro Nixon, .438, round out the top 5. Home runs, Nacho Crisp and Irene Fast tied with 4. This past game was the first game Nacho Crisp did not hit a home run. And RBI's leader, that is Buck Swiner, he's batted in 13 runs. Pedro Nixon and Kimmy Smoke tied for 11, or tied for second with 11 RBIs. On-base percentage, slugging percentage, and on-base plus slugging, we've got a lot of players there, not going to read them all off. Hits leader, we've got Nacho Crisp, leads the league with 14 hits. Rip Dingers closely follows with 13. Extra base hits, Irene Fast leads the league with 5, with 7, a whole bunch of guys tied at 5 as well. And the player who struck out the most is Kelby King, and luckily none of our players are on there. Nacho Crisp and Rip Dingers have scored the most runs, most stolen bases, and caught stealing. We're not on there for either, because I don't really steal a whole ton. Don't have anybody on the wins leaderboard. ERA, again, don't have anybody on there. And saves, Klaus the game leads the league with two saves. Nobody on the whip, batting average, or actually we do have one on strikeouts. That's Cannon with 14 in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7th. And strikeouts per 9 innings, Jerry Payne actually leads the league, although he's only made one start. 14.14 strikeouts per 9 innings. That's pretty good. And they don't really walk people, so Raw Strikes and Cannon both in the top 10 in terms of walks per 9. And strikeout to walk ratio is Cannon. Jerry Payne also on there. But those are the stats. But yeah, that is going to do it for this video. We destroyed Sawteeth. I believe it was 14-0. Right? 14-0. Yep. But yeah, that's going to do it for this video. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure to like, subscribe, comment, turn notifications so you don't miss any upcoming videos. I do my best to put as often as possible. Make sure to check out my main channel, Super Sports Central. Link in the description of this video. Let me know in the comments any tips you have for the team, how I could play better, anything like that. I'd love to hear your feedback. But thank you guys for watching. Make sure to like, subscribe, comment, turn notifications, and I will see you in the next video.